Hello, hello, hello! We're back. We are back. I really need to find something to do in downtime streams, because, it's on me that I'm dark for so long. But I am a small-time streamer, so it doesn't really matter too much. Anyway, you guys don't need to hear that. Let me just make sure the playlist isn't gonna be weird. Okay, good. But yeah, we're back. We are finally back. And I'm excited for what I have set up. Hopefully it goes well. Just off the top of the thing, unfortunately we're missing a Myriad today. They were busy. However, luckily, there were ways I could finagle the setup, so they're not missing out on too much. So, and it's also not hurting the party too much. So yeah. Yeah. Time to unmute. Hello, hello.
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 Hi.
How are we all doing on this fine day?
Pretty good.
Are we all ready?
I really don't know how to answer that.
We've all had times like that. Alright. Are we all ready to go into the recap?
Ready, Freddy.
Last time on Mind and Body, the party had decided to travel from Deepwell to meet the creature known as Ivan. Once getting there, they found what the party knows to be a beholder. Well, not the party, the players knows to be a beholder. The party has had not much experience with this creature. After some other shenanigans, they asked Ivan if it knew anything about these creatures, and Ivan said it would need to consider its memories and the memories of its predecessors. With that out of the way, what would be a fitting song for this? You know what, despite the way the party is acting around Ivan, I think this is a pretty fitting song for the vibes it's going for. So yeah, you are all in the Ivan's makeshift home. Lucille with, I believe, a flumph hat.
Yes. She's just vibing out with these flumps.
Rylek is literally just sitting in like a corner or something with Flumps just feeding off her.
Satchel very similar. Raxan is similarly just kind of standing on guard because it's the freaking Underdark and you can never really be off guard here. Being off guard at any time is how you die.
I've totally forgotten if I asked this in the last game, but I'll do it again. Lucille just asks Raxan, have you interacted with this Ivan character before? What is that voice?
I have briefly interacted with Ivan. It is an interesting creature, but it genuinely means no one any harm.
How long has it been here?
By my counting, about 30 years. And in that time, there have been many reports from adventurers, travelers, those who are lost, that it has been a gracious host, and been courteous and non-violent.
Oh. Well, that's good.
It is an anomaly among these creatures, but nonetheless it is appreciated.
Have you fought one of something like Ivan before?
They're very rare, unfortunately I have not. The mage from Deepwell, Belate, they have.
Oh. Oh yeah.
If you're
'Cause-
curious about how these creatures fight, I would ask them about it, but they're rare enough that I do not believe that it would be too much of an issue.
When we see them again, I'll keep that in mind. Maybe I'll ask.
At this point, Ivan, oh, I'm deeply sorry. It may take a while, but if you wouldn't mind, there's also something I might need taken care of.
Like what?
Well, along the borders of my territory, I guess would be the word for it. There have been some creatures accosting me every now and then. I've never, unfortunately, not gotten a clear vision of them, but they are mean nonetheless.
How? Did
Well,
they attack you?
Yes. The first one, it was a few ways out. You'll know where by the mushroom fields once you encounter them. It had attacked me. I was luckily able to stop it long enough to get away. However, later, after perhaps some weeks, I awoke one night to a smaller creature in my home. I luckily was able to chase it off.
What did they look like?
All I can remember is a long neck and wings. My main focus was getting out of there and surviving, you understand.
Absolutely.
But
direction?
yes,
I said what direction? And was it from here?
northwest along the you follow the river for a while and then you'll come across a chasm. Follow that chasm along the southern side of it and you'll eventually find a mushroom field.
Oh, sorry, you first.
Rylak nods, then gets up and goes to the mouth of the cave. And stops and waits for the rest of the party.
When Ivan brought up what are Ivan's pronouns?
Ivan does not care about pronouns. Ivan is so weird biologically that pronouns are just weird.
Gotcha. When Ivan brings up the creatures that attacked it, Lucille's gonna glance at Rakshan to see if there's any sort of recognition on his face of like what these could be.
Creatures with long necks, wings, and tails. It could be any number of things. It could be demons, devils. The borders between the realms are thin here, after all. Perhaps what Ivan faced was a dragon of some kind, but we do not have any information to have a specific creature in mind.
Okay. I'm going to pick up the flump from off my head, put it on the chair I was sitting on, and I'm gonna go out to wait with Rylak.
Goodbye, friend!
Goodbye!
Setchel will... I think I might stay here and talk with Ivan about dreams. Oh, wait! And they'll pull out the skull and summon Nibbles. Who would like to have, bring Nibbles along to help you?
Rylak just grabs just Rylak just raises her hand.
Sedgel hands you the skull.
And she places it in a somewhat safe place.
You guys notice as Nibbles usually kind of like appearing with a vaguely adult figure, they seem to shift between forms, but as Rylak is handed the skull, Nibbles seems to get smaller, and as if like teenager or like teenager or basically teenager but still child, if that makes sense. And they follow very close behind Rylak as you all travel.
The first transformation causes Rylak to freeze at first. Memories dancing just at the edge of her head, but not clear enough. Due to the form's inconsistent shape, mostly.
Yeah.
Then proceeds as previously described.
Do you all head out?
Golden, you got anything your character needs to take care of?
Not really. Just kind of just there.
Alright. At that point, sadly we're gonna have to switch to darker music. Sorry, chat. I like Ruby Flats too. You all head out into the Underdark. Into the darkness. I would like a group survival check. It's not going to be a very high DC, but this is just to see if you can make sure you guys don't get too lost on the way there.
Total of 10.
Alright.
18?
18?
Golden?
Sorry, yeah, I was just rolling it.
Alright, 17. DC 10, it was not very hard at all. You're able to follow the river. The noticeable thing about the river is, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, for the Soul, or not for Soul. Soul, if I remember correctly from backstory, you've lived a lot of your life down here. But for Lucille and Rylak, you've been more used to rivers on the surface, where they have to deal with mud more often than not, just because of dirt and soil. This is a river on just pure stone, so it kind of splits and reforms a lot in its travel points, just because the stone, while it does dissolve over time with water, is not as movable as soil. But you all are able to follow this river well enough. Sometimes it's a bit slippery beside it, but you all manage to not get lost, and you find the chasm and follow it. And the chasm, very spooky, because none of you with your dark vision ranges are able to see very far down in it, so for all you know, it's a bottomless hole. If anyone wants to do any roleplay, I'll leave a little pause here before we switch to the map.
Rylak is gonna light a torch and then toss it down there, see if it lights up any further than her dark vision allows her to see.
That's a way better idea, because I was just like, do I have any empty containers that I could throw down and just listen for the break?
You throw the torch down, and the torch just disappears into the blackness.
Well, that's not good.
And then after a few moments, if you all are just standing there, you hear a before it fades.
That's even worse.
That might not have been my brightest idea.
because you threw a torch down there. Sorry, bad pun. Oh, I kind of want to climb down there.
Do you attempt to?
Rylek's gonna look for a safer path to walk down.
There
It's like, I can,
is. This is a sheer cliff down this chasm.
Let me see here. What the fuck is a pipe? Oh, okay. I've got some pythons and a rope. So I'm gonna nail a python down into the ground, tie a rope around it, and then tie a rope around my waist. And she's just gonna say, I'm just gonna go a little bit down there. Not all the way, just see if I can get closer to see the torch.
Alright.
Rylek's gonna keep herself right by that rope in case it snaps.
Thank you.
Alright, you try to go down. Are you just using your rope, or are you tying together everyone's 60 feet of rope that you all start with?
No. I got like 50 feet of hempen rope, so I'm just using that. I'm just using my rope.
You go down the 50, and because you're a spider folk, your dark vision is 120, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the 50 feet, you're still not able to see down into the chasm.
Can I, since I'm like all the way down, like just hanging, can I try and listen for what might live down there?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Oh boy. 2, so 8.
8. You hear some weird noises, but it doesn't sound like any are getting any closer, so you think anything that might be down there is probably stuck down there.
Huh. I just check my staff real quick. It's not humming or anything.
Nope.
I'm gonna climb back up. And I will report. Okay, so still can't see down there, which is concerning because I can see a very long way in the dark. And it
Rylek just by the time Lucille's speaking, Rylek is already holding her hempen rope out to her.
Thank you. And she says she says she can't see anything, and she's just like, I don't think the things down there can come up. Is this where Ivan was attacked?
No, where Ivan was attacked was a bit farther down. It said mushroom fields.
Right.
And you do not see the mushroom fields yet.
So why did we stop at this chasm again? I'm so sorry.
Because of curiosity.
Oh. Yeah, let's not disturb what's down there.
Rylek shrugs and puts her hempen rope back over her shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel bad now. What are these? She's too nice. She feels bad, but she's just like, okay, that can't be helped. And she's just gonna keep going.
Alright. I'm guessing you all keep going as well?
Yes.
Alright. So eventually, after probably about another 20 minutes, you come to the mushroom fields. You still see the chasm with some giant spider webs across it. But you also notice these giant mushrooms the size of trees. Also, as for that little spot in the corner, do not mind that. I did calculate that that is the limit of Lucille's dark vision range.
Oh, cool. Oh man. Oh man, shit, I just realized what the skeleton is. Oh, cool. I can't control my token.
What? Hold on.
Yeah, no. Not happening.
I want to let me edit. Oh, there. So that's the edit portion. One moment. Let me just. Sorry for chat. I'm gonna darken the screen while I edit the tokens real quick. Feel free to roleplay, everyone.
I just need to go over to the mushrooms to examine them.
All right.
Same.
Yeah. Perception check.
Oh boy. 7. So 13.
13. There's some mushrooms, and Lucille notices the bones. I would say, from Lucille's perspective, she wouldn't put together what shape the bones are in quite yet.
22, because I'm doing what Lucille, because Rylik's doing what Lucille's doing.
Right, like, yeah, you definitely notice the bones, that they're dragon-shaped.
What are all the dragon bones doing here?
This is a dragon?
Lucy's just gonna wander along the spine of it. She's gonna start from like the tail all the way, just like following it up.
Alright. Tokens
So-
should be in your guys' control now.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you follow the things, and you eventually come to the head of the dragon. I will say that the thing used on the map is a bit misleading. It's because it's the only dragon skeleton it was in Incarnate. It does not actually have the horns, and its eye sockets are much bigger than the ones used for the map.
Is it big enough for me to crawl through?
I would say, yeah, big enough eye sockets for you to crawl through.
I want to crawl into the skull.
Yeah, you crawl into the skull, and it's quite spacious.
Wow. Does it still have its teeth?
Let me just double check the art. It actually doesn't have any teeth. And
Teeth?
you can tell that it's not even, it doesn't have indentations in the skull as if it had lost its teeth. It's more like it had a beak, like mouth.
Oh, that's so neat. It's probably funny to like watch this happen, but Lucille's literally just like crawling on all sixes, like out of the skull and then along the spine. I think she'd want some of its bones, like its claws or something.
Oh yeah, you can go over to one of the claws. I would say the claw is like short sword sized.
Oh hell yeah! And it's in my weapon proficiencies. Can I try and take one?
Yeah, you can certainly try and dig it up.
Oh man, I want to do it.
Right. Yeah, you just take the time to dig up a dragon claw, and now you have a dragon claw.
Once I'm done digging it up, I like hold it over my head victoriously, and I run back to the other and just like, look what I found!
Rylik, it gives her a thumbs up and a smile.
Looking at the aging and looking at this and like all the like the mushrooms growing out of it, can I try and guess how long it's been here?
Yeah, I'd say either pure nature or I'd say nature, investigation, or survival would be the
Let me
types
see
of
here.
checks.
I'll do survival because that's my best one. 15.
15. It's one moment. Sorry about that. Just some stuff going on that that doesn't involve me right now, and I want to make sure the stream definitely doesn't catch it. So with a 15, you're able to tell that this is probably at least a century old. These bones.
Oh, that's so sick.
Would the blue dragon I worked with between sessions 0 and 1 have told me anything about at least his variety of dragon?
Yeah, you can tell that this definitely isn't any dragon on the surface, from what you've learned in your time through the territories.
Certainly didn't look like a dragon I've heard of. Trust me, I earned my way down here working with one.
Wow.
Or rather, for one.
This one just lived down here. Yes.
No, it wasn't of any variety I found on the surface.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. I wonder what killed it.
Something that can kill a dragon isn't something we want to contend with.
Oh, that's
Or
true.
leave unchecked otherwise.
She's gonna wander. Lucille's gonna wander over to these webs and like try and peer across the gap.
Yeah, I'd say perception check.
So,
Beep, 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 beep.
18.
18. Yeah, you're able to peer across the gap and you see the collection of bones. Again, limitations of the map-making engine. They are human bones in the map, but that's just because there weren't too many like animal bone options that I could use. So you just see
Totally
a collection of different bones. Most of them not very humanoid looking.
She's gonna like stand up like meerkat style to look across the chasm and then look down at these webs. And she's not gonna like tug at them, but she wants to try and examine them. And then
Just
she's gonna like sorry.
seeing if they could hold you up.
Not like trying to figure out what they could have come from.
Yeah, I'd say that would be nature check.
Oh boy. That's a flat 10.
10? I mean, you've seen and fought giant spiders down here.
She's gonna spit a thread of spider silk into her hand and just compare it.
Never mind my roll.
It is a... this is definitely web that came from a bigger creature. And I would say that there are differences, just like how the web from a tarantula would differ from an orb weaver spider. You're just
Definitely.
not similar enough in terms of like evolution stuff to make the exact same type of webbing.
So she like snaps off the spider silk thread and like balls it up and like flicks it away.
It's just like, well, at least it wasn't made by a chitin.
Hey, Rakshan. Or Yeah, Richard.
Yeah. Apologies about that. He decided to stay behind to defend Ivan just in case.
oh, okay.
I meant to say that. I'd been planning to bring that up, but with my notes, I just forgot to say it completely. My bad.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Huh. Funny that there are no spiders here, and yet there are webs everywhere.
Does any one of you speak Draconic?
Nope.
It's not in my listed languages, but then again, I'd assume the Blue Dragon would have just spoken common to me.
Yeah.
I gotta remember where the fuck the language is on this sheet. I do not.
Alright, so you all hear, I would try to conlang it up, but as someone who's actually studying languages, I don't feel like making random sounds to replicate a language. So you all hear it's strange, because the voice sounds kind of like what you would imagine a dragon sounding like, and Rylek, what you have actually heard a dragon sound like. But there's something off about it. Like it's some warped idea of a dragon. And Lucille, since you can see the farthest, you begin to see a creature pop out from the darkness. This strange mockery of a dragon. Only wings as its limbs, each one tipped with an eyeball, its mouth held open with a giant eye in the center. And it sees you all and roars.
I move behind Rylek.
At this point, I would call for initiative, but since it's so far away, I just want to make sure you guys are all fine with calling initiative here.
I just heard something roar and saw Lucille rush behind me. I am stepping forward. Rylek is stepping forward and raging.
Alright.
Raging into a fucking frenzy.
Alright. That would be initiative for everyone then.
Okay. Also, I'm like, while we roll initiative, I'm so sorry. I don't know if it's my fire alarm or what, but do you guys hear like this beeping sound?
I may have, but that also may just be me, like, Mandela affecting it.
What alarm is that? Is that mine? I think it's mine. I'm sorry about that. I rolled a 19.
I rolled old 10.
Wait, I have advantage. I keep forgetting. No, yeah, 19.
And Soul got an 11. Rylek, what's your dexterity modifier?
My dexterity modifier is +2.
Alright.
Oh, what about Nibbles?
Nibbles will go on Rylek's turn.
Yeah, they share my initiative
Oh, okay.
and turn.
First off, we start with a strange effect. One moment, just having to pull up the list. So, all of you, I need a wisdom saving throw from the layer effect.
Oh dear.
Great. I failed.
22.
22 for Soul.
I'm trying to figure out where the saves. Okay, so you said wisdom?
Yep.
So,
I rolled it.
Everyone who rolled under a 16 is affected by the slow spell, which, just for a refresher, your AC is reduced by 2, and dexterity. And dexterity. Oh, I thought it was disadvantage to dex saves. So you get a -2 penalty to AC and dex saves, and you can't use reactions. On your turn, you can use an action or a bonus action, but not both. And you can only make one melee attack per turn, as long as the slow effect remains. You can repeat your saving throw at the end of your turn. That brings us to Lucille.
Okay.
You know what? I'll also give it to to this creature since, yeah. It also fails.
It fails its own slow spell.
No.
it doesn't look too bright. I mean, that eyeball in the mouth don't look like no third eye of enlightenment.
Okay. That would be.
Neither do any of the ones on the wings if there are multiple.
There are multiple.
I'm not comfortable running across these webs to fight this thing alone. So, I'm just. I don't want to get too far to the edge because it might knock me over, but I'm gonna move here. And, my god, there's not a lot I can do. There's nothing I can do.
Alright.
Yeah. No. I'm just gonna get out my short staff and, wait.
Thol, do you do anything on your turn?
So for context, it's just like what's going on. Oh, you can't see the thing, and what has happened to us?
Right now, the mushrooms unleashed, they spread out a series of spores, and you feel sluggish. Yeah, with Lucille's the only one who could see across the chasm with dark vision.
Okay. So, sluggish in what way? Just to double check.
So just for the refresher, you have a -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saves. Your movement is halved, I believe. You can only make one attack per turn, and you can do a action or a bonus action, not both.
Okay. Soul's just gonna try and get away from the thing that's causing her to feel sluggish, and that's kind of about it.
Alright, you can remake your wisdom saving throw.
Alright. 19.
19, you're able to shake off whatever effect it was. Rylek and Nibbles.
Well, Rylek is immediately gonna try and chuck a torch over to the other side. So should I just roll of strength?
Yeah.
Or
Roll strength. I would say this would count as an attack to keep rage up.
so, what do I roll then?
Roll strength.
$16.
16. It's just a torch. And 70 feet. Yeah, you're easily able to chuck the torch 70 feet. It lands, and I would say it lights up the other side to where you're barely able to see, a little bit of this strange creature.
So I doubt I have the ability to make another torch chuck this turn with the slow effect. So
Correct.
I'll just try and end the effect through sheer willpower of rage.
Wisdom saving throw.
Seven!
Unfortunately, you are still slowed. As the creature... let me recheck movement.
Hold on, I haven't done anything for Nibbles.
Oh, right.
Well, actually, I was just gonna have him, just stay stay right about where he is anyway. Just try to stay between it and Soul.
Alright. 5,
Also, never mind.
10, 15. As this creature comes further into your torchlight range. Unfortunately for the creature, every villain is too far for it to shoot an eye beam at. So at that point, we go back to Mushroom turn.
Wait, the mushrooms have a turn here?
It's the layer actions. Close the safety deck. Please. What is this? Oh wait. Accidentally clicked on someone's hand, that's how. Alright. All of a sudden, under all of your feet, it becomes very slimy. And the entire area is difficult terrain.
Should we roll any saving throws?
Nope, it's just difficult terrain right now. Lucille.
Oh god, it's my turn now?
Yeah. Oh wait, I forgot to roll the wisdom save at the end of the creature's turn.
Oh, now I actually heard the fucking fire alarm. But I did.
I've been hearing it.
Yeah,
So
I
it's-
didn't hear it until like now.
It's mine, isn't it? God damn it.
I've been trying to catch who it is. Whose mic is beeping off?
It's gotta be me. It's louder when I take my headphones off. Anyway, this thing, it doesn't come for us?
It tried to come for you, but it was affected by the same sluggishness as the rest of you.
What's the fucking... It's flying.
Yeah, it was an effect. It was the slow spell, so it didn't matter if it was
Oh.
flying or not. Its movement speed was just halved.
Okay, how big is this thing?
It is a large creature, so it is... let me double check what a beholder size is. Yeah, so it is slightly smaller than Ivan.
Huh. Can I figure out what?
Are we facing another one of your sick homebrews? Who's DM?
Oh no, this isn't a
As
homebrew.
player.
This isn't a homebrew.
I'm
This is
sorry.
Sparta.
This is from Fizzbands. This is an actual canon creature.
Can I
I'm
like?
disgusted.
It's oh my god, this is not false Hydra. Can I figure out that it's the spore that is the fungi doing that weird shit?
Yeah, you can roll a nature check. Nature or history, I would say.
Why am I checking? They're both int mods. 17.
17.
17 on nature.
Nature check, yeah. So you can, given dragon, given these mushrooms, given the dragon skeleton you saw, holy shit, this might be a dragon's territory.
Oh boy. Oh my god, why is this here? Anyway, it's simply for lack of anything better to do, in an attempt to try and get away from the spores, Lucille's gonna move like 30 feet. Like 30 feet over here. Hold on a second. Over here. Is that gonna change anything?
It is difficult terrain, so your movement is halved.
Oh, okay. What is half of 35?
Half of 35, I would say...
25. Forgive me.
Oh.
22.5.
Yeah.
22.5? Okay. God, where was I before?
I think you were here, I believe.
I'm just gonna move here then.
Alright, yeah. As you scuttle along this ground, you slip in some places, your feet stick in others.
It wasn't this gross. It wasn't this gross earlier.
Exactly. Is that all you're doing?
Yeah, pretty much. There's nothing I can do. I'm not going over there.
Soul.
So I can move my full 30, right?
It is complete difficult terrain for all of this. So all movement speed is halved unless you're flying.
Yeah, then Soul's just kind of still moving away and moving a bit closer to Cecile, still unsure of what's exactly going on outside of the big fungus being an issue.
Yeah. Alright. Rylek and Nibbles.
First off, Nibbles resumes moves with Soul to keep itself between being the creature that Rylak can barely see, and I'm assuming Nibbles can at least sense as a result.
Yeah, but you can basically instruct Nibbles to keep itself in between the creature and Soul.
Nibbles, keep Soul safe. And Rylak is... Yeah, she's just gonna try and take a pitten and dart throw it at him.
Alright, that would be a disadvantage attack roll with strength.
Wouldn't that just be a normal attack roll then? Strength roll, maybe?
You do. It would be an attack roll which you do not get advantage on in range, and then it's definitely within long range, so you're not. So you have disadvantage on the attack.
Okay, just trying to make sure. Just take a lower result.
So 16 then. Oh, what is this thing's AC? You toss this python at this creature. It goes flying, and it sticks it right in the head. I would say because this is not meant to be an actual piece of combat equipment, it's not going to do. It would just do D1 plus your strength mod damage. But you ping it right.
5 damage right in the head.
Yeah.
Nice.
You ping it right where like an eye would be on its head, but then as that flies off, you notice, oh, that's a false eye. As
Rylak just deadpans regardless of whether she's currently in rage or not.
yeah, and at the end of your turn, you can make a Wisdom save.
Oh god, what was it safe at the end of my turn too?
It's a Wisdom save to try to end the slow effect.
Oh, okay.
And unfortunately, Rylak just...
15 so now.
Yeah, you just barely missed it.
Oh.
Oh, I meant to pull out the measure tool. The creature is going to move over to here. And then... too far out of range, which means everyone else is going to be. So it is going to use its action to dash, which is a thing I forgot I could do. 2,
Just another
3,
15 feet.
4, 5. Actually gets 30 because it was also affected by the slow, but like Soul, it was able to shrug it off after one turn.
Oh.
So that is the Idrake's turn. Next up, we... Yep.
Is it actually visible to like Soul and stuff now?
Yeah, now it is, and you will see what I have posted in the group chat.
Oh, girl.
This is not something I made up. This is something canon to D&D, and I love it for it. Let's see.
The moment that thing is grounded, every single eye is getting poked out. You know that, right?
Oh yeah. Hey, what? Okay, there it is. There's now a great feature Roll20 added recently. You can make shapes with the measuring tool.
Yep.
I love it. Alright, let's see how many people the layer can hit with a 20-foot cube. Yeah. It is, the mushroom... One of the mushrooms in the back all of a sudden shoots out a spore from the top, and it flies over and explodes into a cube, hitting all of you. That is going to be a Constitution saving throw. 13? Or
13 for me.
okay. What was it for Lucille?
19.
19? What was the Soul's result?
Sorry, what was that? I just got a text.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Also have Nibbles stat block pulled up.
23.
23. All right, Lucille and Soul succeed. Somehow the barbarian fails. That is some very bad luck. I am so sorry. Like, all rights, you should have passed it being a freaking barbarian. It is a Soul and Lucille can have the 13 damage, so it would be it's always rounded down, so 6 each. Lilac, you take the full 13 and you are poisoned until the end of your turn, which is disadvantage on, I think it's all rolls. I can double check in the meantime though, but I need to pull up Nibble's stat block right now. The apologies that I have like 5 things to juggle.
That's fine.
+2. D20 and +2. Nibbles also fails, taking the 13. Alright, and that is the layer turn. Now we can go to Lucille's turn.
Okay. Oh boy. Wait, nope, that's not the ruler tool. No, you're too far from me.
I do believe monks start out with darts though that you can throw.
Yeah, but I wanna try and help Rylak with her poison issue.
Fair enough. Oh, yeah. Right, you can do that as your specific type of monk.
Yeah, I have handed healing now. Physician's touch. I don't have a degree. She's just gonna move over there.
The difficult terrain had ended, so you could use your
Oh,
full.
is it?
Yeah. So, the only if there is a layer effect thing, it will. The only exception to like the layer effect being 1 turn is going to be the slow spell.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it doesn't stack. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm gonna use a key point to just pat Rylak on the arm and use Hand of Healing. You get 1d6 plus 3. You get 5 health back, and you're no longer poisoned.
Yay.
And that's all I can do.
All right. Soul.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
What save would you consider to stop someone from panicking?
That would be wisdom.
Alright, because since Soul isn't used to fighting well kind of anything, and especially something like this.
She's scared.
Yeah.
Understandable.
So I think I'm gonna make it a DC 15 and see how that goes. Well, alright.
Yeah, so I would say you have the frightened condition against this creature.
Alright. And the frightened condition, if I
You
remember
cannot
correctly-
move closer to it, and as long as you can see it, you have disadvantage on, I know it's attack rolls, attack rolls and ability checks. So you can't move, you can't willingly get closer to it. If some effect forces you to move closer to it, then you do. And you have disadvantage on attacks and checks while you can see it.
Alright. Now, I think I think Soul will kind of. Hang on, I'm double checking my spells now. Soul will actually cast Bless
All right.
on themselves, Rylek, and Lucio.
All right. So bless is a plus D4 to attacks and saves.
Yep, they can roll a d4 and add that number to an attack roll saving throw, and it lasts up to 1 minute. But I believe you get one, unless I'm misreading it.
Get
Bless.
one.
Or is it like a until end of?
No, you until end of you keep using
okay.
it.
Okay, so yeah,
That's what you're asking. Yeah, you just keep getting bless on every attack and save until the spell ends. It bless is really good.
Okay.
yeah. Okay, yeah. Just double checking.
All right.
I'm also adding. I've also added conditions to Soul's token with frightened and bless with 10 turns.
All right. Rylek.
Rylek, really, I don't really know what Rylek can do. She doesn't exactly have a weapon for ranged combat.
There's always fastball special.
Uh-oh.
If Lucille consents to fastball special, that is.
If you miss,
Just know that if I do fastball special it, I'm gonna try and make it so that if she misses, she arcs to the other side.
yeah. Still though, that's a big chasm.
You can also keep throwing random equipment at it to keep your rage up at the very least.
I'm gonna throw my 3-pound hammer at it as opposed to the like 0.1 and 5-pound pins.
I mean, you can throw me if you want, but Lucille and I will both freak out.
Alright, you can throw your hammer. This will do D4 damage since I'll count it as a light hammer.
Well, first I want to on a roll to hit.
Yeah.
That would be a strength check.
Yep. Well, it would be an attack roll. Strength attack roll. Because
7 at best.
7, unfortunately, miss it. You would get blessed, but unfortunately, even bless is outside this thing's AC range. So you throw the hammer, and it flies off into oblivion. Yeah, unfortunately, you're also still under the effects of slow, so you can only make one attack in the turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll the wisdom save.
Yep. And you do get the D4 to it.
I got a base 16.
Alright. So you pass the wisdom save, and you shake off the sluggishness. As the creature then...
Rylek, upon coming out of the sluggishness, suddenly roars as the spores seem to disperse away from her.
Alright, Nibble's turn.
Nibbles is staying right the fuck where he is.
Alright. Hydric turn. Oh, not that. To get my line back. 7. Yeah. The creature is going to move right about here. And its eyes are going to lock on. Let me roll the 3d6 to determine which eyes it does. Which eye beams it chooses. Alright, a 3, a 2, and a 2. Yeah, so it's going to shoot Soul, I'm going to need a strength saving throw. The older stuff is annoying to DM for.
15.
15, you succeed. So this thing shoots the beam at you, but you're able to just hold yourself against the beam and you don't take any damage.
Wait, I pretty much have Nibbles guarding her, don't I? Wouldn't Nibbles, like... Actually, never mind.
Yeah, it is a I-beam, so it's like, okay, see the shot, take the shot. And then this one for Rylek, a Constitution save.
Nine total.
It hits you, and your ears start ringing from being hit by this thing. You are unfortunately incapacitated, but at least you only take 2 damage. And then Lucille. Again, it's gonna be a Constitution save.
Oh god. 16?
16 succeeds. You're able to kind of strike out against this brain trying 2 words. You're able to hold yourself off against this effect and you don't take the damage. For Rylek, incapacitated condition means you cannot take actions, you still can move. It is the Layer's turn. And right, it's that last turn. So it but I would feel bad about doing the slow effect again. Okay. Just because Rylek just shook it off, would you guys mind if it activated the slow effect again, or would you prefer the difficult terrain?
DM's choice.
Yeah. Oh my god!
Yeah, I just looked at slow and it's a 40-foot cube. So, everyone wisdom saves. This spell is nasty when it's used against you, but if you're the one using it, it's a godsend.
11.
18.
Alright, Lucille passes. Soul fails, unfortunately. Rylek fails, unfortunately. Rolling for creature. Natural 5, it fails. So, yeah, and then, Nibbles is a +0, so just a straight roll. Where's the dice button? Nibbles fails. So everyone but Lucille is now slowed.
Oh.
Again.
Lucille.
Okay. Let me see here.
Sorry, this has been a boring encounter so far.
No, it's just I just need to come over here. Just come closer, motherfucker. Is it at a reasonable height where I can like not 8-foot vertical leap, but can I like find a way to like jump onto it?
Yeah, I'd say you can.
Okay. Oh man, cause I either leap onto it or get fastball specialed into it. So try jumping onto it.
All right. You know what? You're a monk. I would say that you're able to leap onto it.
Yeah, like I run over here, I like tightrope walk in the webs for a hot second, and then just onto this thing.
All right. Yeah, I'd say you're able to do that without difficulty. So now you're able to attack it.
Thank fucking God.
Oh shoot! I'm sorry. Its token was too big this whole time.
Oh.
I had adjusted the token size when I was zoomed out on the map, so I thought it was the right size. And now seeing you next to it, I'm like, wait, that's bigger than it should be.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm just gonna like jump on top of it and just raise my staff over my head and give it a solid whack on its head.
All right, whack away.
Order staff of warning. That is a 21.
21 certainly hits.
Okay, and that's a 10. And let me look at what the fuck do I have? I have stunning strike. I do.
Wait,
I'm gonna.
Sorry. Sorry, I noticed this thing has proficiency wisdom saves. I'm going to keep its save the way it is, and it's affected by slow still.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a key point for that first attack to be a stunning strike.
Alrighty.
It needs to roll a Constitution saving throw.
That is a 12, so it fails.
14. Yeah.
So you bring the staff down onto the base of this thing's neck, and where you know a pressure point is, and you stun it. However, it stays flying, and you're kind of remembering, oh yeah, it wasn't using its wings to fly. This thing, stunning it does not mean it will come crashing down.
Wait, so it's not using its wings to fly, it just floats?
Oh wait, it does use its wings to fly. Never mind, I'm used to beholders having a floating speed. So it begins to fall down. It does get caught in the webs. I'm gonna roll a luck check to see if the webs break. Ooh, the webs do break. Lucille, I'm gonna... you only had one attack in your action. I'd say you can try and leap onto and catch the web so you don't go falling into the chasm as your second attack.
I'd like to do that, please.
Alright, you rush up, you leap off this thing, and grab on. I would say that is a dexterity saving throw.
Finally, something I'm good at. Oh my god. 17?
17. You're able to grab onto the webs as they swing against the wall, and this creature falls, as far as you know, into the abyss. I'm gonna roll another luck check for this thing to see if it got tangled up in the webs. So this one you're looking for a high roll again. 5. Alright, this thing falls, and you do not know its fate so far.
Lucille's just gonna like hang one-handed off from the web, just staring at it. And then she's gonna climb up and make her way back over. And she's just gonna shrug at the others.
Let me look up the...
Rylak is already preparing another torch to throw. Oh, down there.
Let me just look up the falling rules to see how much damage it may take. Okay, so it would be stunned on its... Is Stunning Strike only... The stun from Stunning Strike only lasts one turn, correct?
It lasts until the end of my next turn.
Alright, so... It would have this turn falling. You all kind of get up from combat. I'm just trying to math out, like, if it would reach the bottom of this canyon. That's at least 100. I'm rolling 2d4 to see how deep this canyon is. Oh. Alright, so as far as you guys know, it falls into the abyss.
Rylak still throws another torch in.
You
I
throw
want to
it.
lean over the edge and watch.
You throw a torch in, and yeah, as far as you know, nothing happens.
I'm gonna look back at Relic, like, do you think that was the thing Ivan talked about?
If it wasn't, then I'm really concerned.
You do remember that Ivan talked about two things.
Two things?
Yes, there is one that had attacked him out here, and then there was another that had attacked him in his home.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh god. And he only described the thing that attacked him in the
He did say that both of them had wings and long
both-
necks and tails.
Okay.
I would say, could I get a intelligence check from everyone?
15?
15?
Dirty 20.
30, 20?
Ooh.
Does Soul want to try and piece together what this creature was?
I'm
Are
not
we all able
sure.
to figure it out?
Yeah, I feel like she's too scared of just like it to really try and think about it. If
Alright.
that makes sense.
Oh, Nick. Wings.
Paralyzed by fear.
Lucille and Rylek, you both remember how Ivan talked about how his kind replicate through dreams. And this thing bared a pretty significant resemblance to Ivan in just the nature of it looked like a beholder.
Rylek immediately looks towards the dragon skeleton. Lieutenant gives it a stink eye. It's your bloody fault. This is your bloody fault. She mutters as if at the skeleton.
What did the dragon have to do with this?
Beholder's likely that thing was likely be some other beholder, or the subject of the beholder having a nightmare about this skeleton here. Here, if what Ivan says is any indication.
So Ivan made it?
Or some other beholder somewhere else in the Underdark.
Huh.
If they're at the edge of his territory, then it could be him.
I want to go back over to the dragon skeleton.
Alright.
I'm gonna use my quarterstaff to poke at one of the mushrooms.
You poke at the
Rylek, on the other
mushroom.
hand, Rylek, on the other hand, is going to go comfort Soul as best she can.
Yeah. You poke at the mushroom, and it doesn't really react too much.
I'll look at the skeleton again.
It's an old dead skeleton.
Does it look like, aside from like the beak face, does it look like, is it anatomically like the dragons I've heard stories about?
I would say there's enough differences from the dragons you've heard stories about. But there is one place you've seen a dragon that looks like this. Although not in the flesh, you did see the statue of the Infector.
Hold on, I'm writing this down.
One of the Underdark deities.
Misspelling.
And if I, yeah, the Infector. And if I remember right, you rolled pretty well on your religion check back when you were seeing the temples at Deepwell, correct?
Probably.
I remember you rolling really well.
Yeah.
The legends they say of the Infector is that he was one of the children of the 3 dragon mothers. But at one point he came down here and he kind of became one with the fungi down here.
Recalling that, I'm just gonna slowly, quote unquote, back away from the little mushroom field over there and be like, so you know how the infector was a dragon?
Rylik once more whips her head back towards the skeleton and with a shocked expression. And as she connects at least a couple of the dots Rylik or Lucille might be talking about. With that one unquestioned. Yeah.
So I'm not gonna assume that this is he, but it certainly looks like him, and the mushrooms are growing out of him. So that's
Rylik's gonna approach the mushrooms.
Yeah,
Well,
you
she can go first.
approach the mushrooms and you notice a kind of like buzzing in your head, similar to like when you've kind of tried to focus on the infector's presence, and you
Focus
notice
on that.
Yeah, and the bones, it's not necessarily that they're reacting, but it's that you're perceiving them as reacting, but not nearly as strong as any presence you felt in, say, the infector's temple. I'd say anyone who wants to can roll a history check.
I always want to. 14?
14?
5.
Lucille, you kind of, you're thinking about this and it's like, oh wait, there were other dragons that, like, there's the myth of the infector coming into this area, but then there were also other dragons that moved here with him, that basically, much as the destroyer is seen as a mother figure to the primordial dragons, the protector to the divine, the recorder to the arcane dragons, the infector is that same level to the dragons that live down here.
I'm gonna call out this. This one was probably a disciple of the infector.
Rylik's simply gonna nod her head in respect to the dragon and mutter, "My apologies for my disrespect then. My apologies for my disrespect then."
All of a sudden, the buzzing in your head stops, Rylek, and the area around you all, which normally feels quiet due to the Underdark, all of a sudden a whole other sense of quietness comes upon you. Not a, I would say not the normal sense of quietness, but something much more suspenseful. And then you hear getting louder and closer as the wing beats approach.
I'm gonna pull out the claw I dug up.
Rylik is already running back towards Soul.
Oh god, I should have done this earlier, but like she's gonna pull out the claw. It's just like, I'm sorry for taking this. You can have it back. She puts it back when she found it and runs back.
As you run back, it would be too much time to get the token ready. So for the chat, and for the players, I'm sorry I can't put the token in, but it would just be too much hassle for stream end. But as you run back, Lucille, a massive figure, you now feel the wind from the wing beats over your head as it lands right by the mushroom fields, looks at you all, and in Undercommon, so I believe only unless Soul can speak Undercommon, I believe only Lucille can understand this. It says, "Why are you here to defile my parents' grave?" As you see a dragon not nearly as big as the skeleton, but with very similar anatomical features, reared on its hind legs in a awkward position, like it's not used to it, like it shouldn't do it, but in an intimidating position all the same, like when a Komodo dragon does it, just glaring down at all of you.
Oh shit.
Rylick immediately bows her head and begins to explain the situation.
I also kneel next to Rylek and help her explain we didn't realize the significance until after we dealt with an issue.
And what issue was that?
I point over at the chasm and tell them about the multi-eyed creature sitting in that pile of bones.
Was it the one that is a mockery of my kind? And the dragon falls onto all fours and immediately appears much more comfortable in that position. Was it the one that was a mockery of my kind? Or the one...
Sorry.
Or the one shaped like your heads?
It looked kind of like... Hold on, wait. What is it? Looks like your heads?
Yeah, it's basically asking, is it you could judge as asking, is it the Eye Drake or was it Ivan?
It was the Eye Drake.
Good. If that creature is gone. And then at that very moment, as it says that, rising up from the chasm, the Eye Drake. And it's...
Rylek's gonna rage back up and throw her goon dog like a spear at its mouth eye.
Well, unfortunately, on that cliffhanger is where we're ending the session.
Oh god!
I rolled to see how far the chasm was. Falling rules is you fall 500 feet a turn. It was only stunned for one round, so it was able to get itself up since the chasm was 700 feet deep.
Oh my god. Wait, how many feet did it fall?
So falling rules in D&D, you fall 500 feet. And since the chasm was 700 feet, and the stun ended on Lucille's turn, it was able to catch itself and fly back up slowly.
Yeah, falling speed gets crazy that heavy you are.
Yeah. So yeah, next time we'll have our boss fight against the... Well, now that we're kind of not in session mode, I think I can drag out the token to just get the encounter ready. Oh, that's on GM layer. As we fight off not just against the Eye Drake still, but against an adult deep dragon. So yeah, I hope you guys all had fun this session.
It was pretty sick.
So yeah, thank you players for showing up. Thank you audience for showing up. Means a lot. I can only do this because of everyone here. And hope I gave you guys a good time tonight.
It was pretty fun. I wish it had come further. I wish it had come further across the chasm, just so we could beat it up a little bit more. But sorry for stunning it, guys.
It was a combination of the slow spell and then also me forgetting it can actually dash. So yeah. Thank you for everyone who showed up. Stream's gonna be ending here, so see ya, Twitch.
Thank you for running.
Yes, thank you.
No problem, guys.